It was just a simple question, but it broke her heart. "Grandma, why do you smell weird?" That's what 67-year-old Ellie heard from her little granddaughter one sunny afternoon in the living room. Ellie had always been clean. She bathed daily, wore fresh clothes, her home was tidy, her heart was gentle. But that night, she pulled the blanket over her head and cried quietly to herself. She didn't say a word to anyone, but inside, something changed. If you're listening right now, maybe you felt that same sting. Maybe someone opened a window when you sat down. Maybe your grandkids don't cuddle up as close as they used to. And maybe, just maybe, you've started to wonder, is it me? Let me tell you something right now. You are not alone. And you're not to blame. I've seen this again and again. And the truth is, there's a reason this happens. A very real one. But more importantly, there's a way to gently fix it. A way to feel fresh, confident, and close to the people you love. And it only takes a few simple steps. So stay with me. Let's talk, heart to heart, and walk through this together.
Hello there. I'm Dr. Charlie Daniel, 64 years young and proud of it. For over 30 years, I've worked closely with older adults, just like you. People with kind hearts, rich stories, and a lifetime of experience. I've had the honor of helping more than 12,000 seniors reclaim something very precious. Their comfort, their confidence, and their closeness with the people they love most. Today, I want to gently talk to you about something most folks avoid. Not out of meanness, but because they just don't know how to say it. It's a subject wrapped in silence, but it affects nearly every person as they age. Let's talk honestly, like friends. There's a scent that sometimes comes with growing older. Some call it old person smell, and no one wants to hear that. I know, but this isn't about being dirty. This isn't about neglect. It's about your body, changing quietly, naturally, over time. And sometimes, your environment and daily habits just don't adjust with it. Have you ever noticed someone cracking a window open when you sit down? Or maybe your grandchild doesn't sit quite as close as they used to. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know you're not imagining it. And you're definitely not alone. But here's the beautiful truth. There is a way to gently turn this around. No expensive sprays, no embarrassment. Just a few simple things. Done right. And the result? You feel clean, fresh, and more connected with your loved ones again. So stay with me. I'm going to walk you through it all, step by step. Now, let's take a closer look at what's really happening inside your body. Because this scent we're talking about, it's not just something people make up. It's not a myth. It's science. And once you understand it, you'll see it's not your fault at all. In fact, it's completely natural. There are 3 key changes that happen to almost everyone as they grow older. And these changes are what quietly lead to that specific old age smell. Let me walk you through them. First, we sweat less. I know, that might sound like a good thing at first, but here's the twist. Sweat actually plays an important role in keeping your skin clean. It flushes out toxins, waste, and bacteria. Now, when we age, especially past 60, our sweat production drops by almost half. And that means all those little impurities, they start to stay on the skin longer, feeding the bacteria that create odor. So it's not about being unclean, it's about a missing natural process. Second, our skin oil changes. Our bodies produce something called sebum, that's the natural oil on our skin. In our younger years, this oil helps protect and hydrate our skin. But as we age, the chemical makeup of that oil changes. By the time we hit our 50s, sebum starts to include a compound called 2-nonenal. Now, 2-nonenal is what scientists believe is the main cause of that musky, slightly greasy scent people associate with old age. It's an oxidized fatty acid. and it clings to the skin and clothes more than regular sweat or oil ever did. It's barely found in younger people, but it becomes much more common as we get older, especially after age 70. So again, this isn't about poor hygiene. It's a chemical shift that most folks never see coming. And third, the mouth starts to dry out. Saliva might not seem important, but it's actually one of your body's best defenses. It keeps your mouth clean, washes away bacteria, balances acidity. But after 60, saliva production can drop by over 50%. And when that happens, your mouth becomes dry, bacteria build up faster, and you may notice a bad taste or a breath odor that sticks around longer than it used to. Sometimes it's subtle, sometimes others notice before you do. And that's where the self-consciousness begins. So if you've ever thought to yourself, I bathe daily, I brush my teeth, why do I still smell a little off? Now you know. It's not your fault, it's biology. But here's the good news. You can take back control. And in the next part, I'll show you exactly how, starting with a simple shift in how you wash. We'll focus on a few key spots, and just by doing that you can reduce the smell by up to 90%. Stay with me. It's easier than you think. Now that you know what causes the odor, let's talk about what actually works to fix it. And here's the surprising part. Most people do wash every day. But even with all that effort, they still miss the spots that matter most. You see, 90% of that old age smell? It comes from just 3 key zones on your body. And if you focus on these areas just for a few extra minutes each day, you can reduce the odor dramatically. Not with perfume, not with fancy products. Just with a soft cloth, warm water, and the right kind of attention. Let me walk you through them. First, skin folds. Now these are the areas where skin touches skin. They're warm, moist, and often overlooked. That makes them the perfect hiding place for bacteria and odor. So when you shower, take a little extra time to clean under the neck, the armpits, under the breasts, around the belly button, the groin area, behind the knees, elbows, and don't forget behind the ears. Even the back of the neck, which we rarely think about, can hold onto oils and sweat. Just gently scrub these folds with a soft cloth or loofah. Don't rub too hard, your skin needs to be treated kindly, but make sure you reach these spots every time. Second, hairy areas. Hair traps oil, it traps sweat, and it holds on to scent longer than bare skin. So don't skip your scalp, massage it well when you shampoo. Really work the fingertips in. Your armpits, use gentle soap, rinse thoroughly. And for men, clean your chest or belly hair too. These spots tend to be missed even in regular bathing. But once you give them a little extra care, the difference is huge. One of my patients, Lucas, he's 61, told me, "Doc, once I started massaging my scalp and washing my chest hair like you said, my grandkid actually started hugging me again." Sometimes it's the little things that bring us back to the people we love. Third, sweaty zones. These are spots with lots of sweat glands, and if they stay damp or unclean, the odor builds fast. Focus especially on your feet and in between the toes, your palms, and the lower back, another spot most people never think to clean deeply. Make sure you wash thoroughly, rinse well, and dry completely. Especially your feet, don't just towel them off. Take a moment to pat between the toes and let them air dry if you can. Wear clean cotton socks and try not to wear the same shoes 2 days in a row. Let them breathe and dry out overnight. Now listen closely, because this part is important. You don't need to scrub your whole body like you're cleaning a floor. This isn't about being harsh on your skin. It's about being intentional with the areas that truly matter. Just these 3: skin folds, hairy areas, sweaty zones. If you give them a little extra love each day, you'll smell fresher, feel more confident, and likely notice something even sweeter. More closeness. more hugs, more comfort in your own skin. And that is something every person deserves. Ready for the next step? Let's talk about how to shower the right way to make the most of this simple routine. Now that you know where to wash, let's talk about how to do it the right way. Because believe it or not, it's not just what you wash, it's how you treat your skin that makes all the difference. Many people shower every day, but if the method isn't right, they still struggle with lingering odors, and often they don't understand why. So let's go over a few simple changes. Things you can do today without buying anything fancy to make your shower routine far more effective. Use warm, not hot water. I know when it's cold out that hot water feels amazing. But here's the truth. Scalding water can strip away the skin's natural oils, and that makes things worse. Too hot and your skin dries out faster. That leads to flaking, irritation, and yes, more odor. Stick to water between 100 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Just warm enough to feel soothing, but gentle enough to protect your skin's natural barrier. Use gentle moisturizing soap. Avoid strong scents and harsh chemicals. Many scented soaps only mask odor and can irritate aging skin. Instead, reach for a mild, unscented, or lightly fragranced soap, something that cleans without stripping your skin dry. One of my patients, Stella, 74, told me, "I stopped using that strong lavender soap and switched to a gentle oatmeal wash like you said. My skin felt calmer, and my granddaughter said I smelled fresh again." It's the little changes that make the big difference. Take a weekly warm soak. Once a week if you can, run a warm bath, around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and soak for 15 to 20 minutes. This helps open your pores, soften dead skin, and release deep-set oils and grime that don't always rinse away in a regular shower. Think of it like a gentle reset for your skin. It's relaxing too. Add some quiet music, a soft towel nearby. Make it a moment of peace, not just hygiene. Dry yourself fully, especially in the folds. Now this is important. After your shower or bath, don't rush through drying. Use a soft towel and make sure to gently pat dry. Under your arms, between your toes, around the groin, under the breasts, behind your knees, and behind your ears. These are the places where moisture hides, and moisture is where bacteria love to grow. Letting these spots stay damp can undo all the good you just did in the shower. So slow down. Take a few extra seconds. Your skin will thank you. Moisturize after bathing. Here's something most people forget. Dry skin can smell too. When your skin flakes, those dead skin cells can mix with oil and bacteria, and that adds to body odor. After you dry off, gently apply a light moisturizer. Nothing too greasy or heavily perfumed, just something simple to keep your skin smooth and balanced. Especially in winter, when the air gets dry, this small habit helps more than you think. All of these steps are gentle, they're easy, and they don't require any expensive products. Just warm water, a soft cloth, a little care, and a few minutes of extra attention to the areas we so often overlook. Because in the end, this isn't just about smelling good, it's about feeling good, feeling fresh, feeling close again to the people who matter most. Next, we'll talk about how the foods you eat can help you stay fresher, from the inside out. We've talked about washing the outside of your body, but now let's talk about something just as important: what's happening on the inside. Because believe it or not, what you eat shows up on your skin. That means your daily meals, your snacks, even your drinks. They all play a quiet, powerful role in how your body smells. The good news, with a few small changes to your diet, you can help your body stay fresher, naturally. Let me show you how. First, add more antioxidant-rich foods. These foods fight aging from the inside out. They help slow down the breakdown of cells and reduce the compounds that cause body odor. Try adding more of these into your daily meals. Tomatoes, apples, strawberries, brown rice, red and purple fruits like grapes, beets, and blueberries. One of my patients, John, he's 69, started eating 1 apple and 1 tomato every day. 2 months later, his granddaughter said, "Grandpa, you don't smell weird anymore." That one comment brought tears to his eyes. It's a simple shift, but the results can feel like magic. Now here's a surprise. Garlic. Most people think garlic causes odor. And yes, raw garlic can be strong on the breath. But when eaten regularly and in small amounts, garlic actually helps your body fight bacteria and internal toxins. It contains something called allicin, a natural antibacterial compound. Try 1 or 2 small cloves a day, cooked or raw. If your stomach handles it well, it supports your immune system too. Next, watery fruits and vegetables. These help flush toxins out of your system, gently through your kidneys and bladder. Great choices include cucumbers, watermelon, pears, celery. If chewing fresh produce is tough, try blending them into a light smoothie. It's easier on the teeth and still just as refreshing for your body. Ira, 67, started eating half a cucumber and a tomato each day. After 3 months, people around her noticed not just her skin, but her scent had softened. And don't forget your mouth. Good oral hygiene isn't just for your smile, it plays a big part in how fresh your breath is, and even how your body smells overall. Here are 3 easy habits. Scrape your tongue every morning. That's where most bacteria hides. Brush your teeth 3 times a day, especially after meals. Chew sugar-free gum with xylitol. This boosts saliva production, which naturally cleans the mouth and keeps breath fresher longer. Flora, 77, told me she gagged the first few times she scraped her tongue, but now she says she won't go a day without it. Limit coffee, tea, and alcohol. I know, it's tough to cut back. But here's the thing. These drinks dehydrate your body. When you're dehydrated, your mouth dries out, your sweat becomes more concentrated, and your natural odor becomes stronger. If you love your morning coffee, that's okay. Just add an extra glass of water right after. And when you can, switch to something gentler, like barley tea. As for alcohol, try cutting down slowly. Even a little less can make a noticeable difference in how you smell and feel. Last but not least, eat more fiber. This one surprises a lot of people. But when you're constipated, waste sits in your system longer, and those toxins can get reabsorbed and exit through the skin instead. To keep things moving smoothly, try oatmeal for breakfast, brown rice with dinner. Plenty of vegetables during the day. Roxana, 78, said she used to struggle with constipation all her life. Then she added brown rice and veggie soup each morning, and not only did her digestion improve, her family started saying her room smelled lighter. All of these changes are gentle, they're doable, and most importantly, they work. You don't need to change your whole lifestyle overnight. Just add 1 or 2 things at a time. Because when your body feels good on the inside, it smells better on the outside. And that means more comfort, more closeness, and more moments where you feel proud to be yourself. Next, we'll talk about your clothes, your bedding, and how your home environment plays a big role in how fresh you feel each day. So far, we've talked about your body, and we've talked about what you put into it. But there's one more piece of the puzzle we can't overlook. Your clothing and your environment. Because even if you're showering daily, eating well, and caring for your skin, odor can still linger in your fabrics, your shoes, and even the air inside your home. Let's go over a few gentle steps to help keep everything around you just as fresh as you are. First, change your clothes daily, especially your undergarments, socks, shirts, especially if it's warm or you tend to sweat more. You see, your clothes collect sweat, sebum, and skin cells throughout the day. And if you wear the same things again and again, That odor builds up fast, even if they look clean. Stick with cotton fabrics whenever possible. Cotton breathes better, so it holds less odor and keeps your skin comfortable. One of my patients, Logan, he's 76, used to wear the same shirt for 2 or 3 days. He thought it was fine, but once he started changing daily, he told me, "Doc, my daughter-in-law stopped opening the windows every time she walked in the room." Small change, big impact. Next, wash your bedding weekly. You might not realize it, but you spend about 1/3 of your life in bed. And during those hours, your pillowcases, sheets, and blankets absorb sweat, body oils, dead skin cells. Over time, this creates the perfect environment for bacteria and odor. So here's what I recommend. Wash your sheets and pillowcases once a week. If you can, dry them in the sun. It's nature's deodorizer. And consider replacing old pillows or blankets every year or 2, especially if they've lost their freshness. Esther, 78, used to wash her sheets once a month. I suggested weekly instead. She thought it was too much at first, but now she says her room feels cleaner, lighter, even happier. Footwear matters too. Our feet have thousands of sweat glands. That means our shoes and socks take in a lot more than we think. Here are some easy ways to keep odors down. Rotate your shoes. Don't wear the same pair every day. Let them air out overnight. Sprinkle baking soda inside them before bed. It absorbs moisture and neutralizes smells. Change your socks daily and choose cotton whenever possible. Paul, 69, told me, "Doc, I wore the same pair of shoes every day. I never thought they smelled, but my grandkids sure did." He started rotating his shoes and using baking soda. And just like that, the complaints stopped. And finally, air out your home. This might seem simple, but it makes a huge difference. Twice a day, just open the windows for about 10 minutes. Once in the morning, once in the evening. Even in winter, try just cracking a few windows. Fresh air helps remove trapped odors, clears moisture, and brings life back into your space. Bathrooms and kitchens especially, those areas hold on to smells more than we realize. Fred, 71, told me he hated opening windows in the cold. But when he started airing out his home just twice a day, his daughter-in-law stopped making comments, and his living room smelled like peace again. So remember, even with a clean body, what surrounds you matters. Your clothes, your bed, your shoes, your home, they all carry your scent too. But with a little attention, you can create a space that feels fresh, calm, and comforting, not just for others, but for you. And that's what this is all about. Thank you, Dr. Charlie Daniel.
Now let's bring everything together in our final thoughts. You've come this far, and I couldn't be more proud. Let's wrap this up with a simple reminder of what truly matters. The scent of aging doesn't mean you're unclean. It means your body is changing. But with a few thoughtful shifts in how you wash, what you eat, and how you care for your clothes and space, you can feel clean, confident, and deeply connected again. Remember, this isn't just about how you smell. It's about hugs from your grandkids. It's about walking into a room with pride. It's about reclaiming the joy that aging never has to take away. So take the first step, just a small one. Scrub those key spots, drink warm water, wash your sheets, and give yourself back the closeness you deserve. Your loved ones will notice, but more importantly, you'll feel it in your spirit, in your confidence, and in the way others draw close again. You deserve that closeness. And it begins with care. The kind you give yourself. Let this be your gentle new beginning. Thank you for staying until the end of this video. If you found it valuable, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with those who might need it. We'd love to hear your thoughts or suggestions for future topics, so leave a comment below. Let's build a community of wisdom and peace together. See you in the next video.